Kid with Pro Bowl talent. I'm not saying he's ready yet in Njoku, but when they're ready to be good in a couple years, this kid could be special.
And by the way, I just want to also say all they did to do that essentially is just to move up 4 spots to get Njoku is give up a 4th rounder this year, and they have Houston's 1st rounder next year in their back pocket. They just haven't gotten a quarterback tonight.
That's right. I like what they're doing, Rich. Yep. To me, with Njoku, you look at the background of all these Miami tight ends, it's a pretty good list when you look at it. I think he's got a chance to be the next great tight end from the University of Miami. To me, guys, let me just write the headline for Cleveland tomorrow. It's easy. You see the guys right here. We have Bubba Franks.
In 2000, he was 14th overall by the Packers. By the way, Shockey in 2002 was the last time in 2002 when we saw 3 first-rounders be tight ends. Kellen Winslow in 04, taken by the Browns in that one. And Greg Olsen, what a terrific career he's had coming out of the U in Chicago to start, and obviously now Carolina. Yes, you raise your hand over there.
Pick me.
Mike, yes?
The headline tonight is going to be all about the quarterbacks. I'm absolutely stunned that we have 3 picks left in the 1st round, and Cam Robinson, Ryan Ramczyk, and Forrest Lamp are still on the board. 3 offensive linemen.
That's a good point, Mike. I want to go back to Cleveland just real quick, because the headline of the paper, Rich, all you got to do is take a picture of that Rocky statue, and you write underneath it, Sashi 3. We're not going Rocky 3. We're going with the Sashi 3.
By the way, San Francisco traded back in. We're on the air, sir. This guy right over here. 31st overall. The 49ers just traded up. Okay. They traded 34 and 111. Let's go back to the Franklin Institute so we can get this Yahoo out of here. What do you got over there?
Guys, all right, Pittsburgh Steelers, number 30 on the clock. You know, they tell Big Ben they're going to have to replace him at some point and get another quarterback. Defense has been improving over the years, but where do they go, Charles Davis, from here? Is this a possibility for Reuben Foster?
Yeah, it's always a possibility for that because Pittsburgh values their defense. I know that they added their 3-4. They really like those edge rushers a lot. Reuben Foster's going to play inside, but he helps set a tone for a defense. But don't forget that secondary still needs work. The guys talked earlier about Kevin King from the University of Washington still being out there, Quincy Wilson from the University of Florida. So they've got a couple of places they can go. I highly expect it to be on the defensive side of the ball, though.
I agree with you. Defensive side of the ball, they're going to look for that, but also, too, I'm not going to try to guess and see who they get, but I know they're going to go.
You've been pretty good tonight. You've been okay. No doubt. You've been more than okay.
But they're not fired. I think they got to go in the secondary. That's an area that they do not have some good players in, that they need a 1st-round guy and a guy that can start immediately.
Yeah, you know, I wonder a guy like, you know, they play with an outside linebacker, T.J. Watt. I thought he might end up at a Green Bay, but you're talking about Steelers and their defense. Let's see what happens here. Rich, take it away.
So Seattle just traded out of the 1st round again. Is this? They've had only 1 first-rounder in the last 5 drafts. Having now the 49ers traded back in, but we'll have more on that in a moment. It's going to be a very nice moment. As you can see photographs of Dan Rooney on the screen behind us for the Steelers pick here in the Keystone State.
2 weeks ago, we lost one of the most beloved members of our NFL family, Ambassador Dan Rooney. A true Hall of Famer, Dan embodied everything that is special about this game. He was a great leader for the Pittsburgh community and a tireless advocate for the Steelers. But more than that, he was one of the best men I've ever known. To pay tribute to him tonight, I want to introduce 2 players who Dan loved dearly, Franco and Jerome Bettis.
Thank you, Commissioner. On April 13th, 2017, Dan Rooney passed away. When he passed, he was holding the hand of his beloved wife, Pat. Dan loved his family, he loved God, he loved our great country. And Steeler Nation, he loved you. And he loved us, the players. He loved us. He was so approachable respectful, and he was a good man. And he was good to the city of Pittsburgh. He touched many lives. And to NFL, he had a major impact. And with that impact, he made a difference and touched a lot of lives also. So Dan Rooney, he will be missed, but his spirit will live on.
Mr. Rooney he was a great man. He was a great owner, but he was even a better person. He got an opportunity to know each and every one of his players, not as the football player, but as the person, as the man. And he would always, with me, thank me for everything that I had done for the organization. All the while, I was trying to thank him. He would never, ever let me thank him because he felt it was about what we did for his organization more than what he did for me personally and for my family. So at this time, I just want to say, thanks, Dan. I appreciate it. We'll miss you. And now, with the 30th pick in the 2017 NFL Draft, the Pittsburgh Steelers select T.J. Watt, linebacker, Wisconsin.
There we go.
Pressure coming, tight pocket, down he goes. T.J. Watt, linebacker. 1-2 gets to the quarterback. 2016 first team All Big Ten selection.
So it is T.J. Watt, all in the family. As you can see, Derek Watt, part of the Chargers organization, and there's T.J. Watt, now a member of the Pittsburgh Steelers, and J.J. Watt. And week 16, it will be Pittsburgh at Houston. Keep that one filed away. The Steelers are in Houston in the penultimate week.